Oh, by the way, these maps on the wall, they are not quite legit, so don't trust them. Only trust the action map. But there you have it. The force field has been disabled. The Primagen key number 6 is found. Keep it. Keep it very close to you. Keep it tight. Now we can actually go through here because we have everything this level has to offer. That's it, right? Not quite. Well, this doesn't look like the hub. What are we doing here? What the fuck? By the way, that's supposed to be a very loud roar. For some reason, sound mixing is once again not effective. Alright, so this is your boss. Yeah, I forgot about those for a moment, didn't you? I mean, seriously, we've gone through hell and back already, and a boss fight? Fuck's sake. But it is indeed true, you have a boss fight. And this one is something special because it's not gonna go down that easy. This... I have no idea what the hell it is supposed to be. It's normally referred to as the mother boss, but what the hell is it the mother of? The troopers? I hope not. That's one ugly mother. Oh, some weapons will not be very effective. Also try not to get hit by those tentacles. Your first idea is to shoot the hands that keep shitting these tentacles at you. Because, well, naturally they'll try to hurt you. Keep shooting until there are no more tentacles on each hand. I think precision weapons like plasma rifles will be the most effective here. I also gotta say, the track that plays in this boss fight is quite amazing. And I also remember it very fondly because that was the only track that played in the Machines Wired for War demo. I'm not joking. It made the game more intense, yeah, but I don't know why it borrowed music from this game. I guess it didn't have any music from the demo. In the demo, I should say. Which is a weird thing. Also, watch out, the mother happens to have these things. And it can also spawn mites. Yeah, mites. Of all the things to spawn, it's the mites. Shoot the hands again. Because now, she can pull a Spider-Man out of fucking nowhere. Oh, apparently Warblades are pretty good against mites. Warblades and Talons, actually. So if you ever found yourself not interested in using ammunition against them, try Warblades. Now, since the mother is very fat, you probably don't want her swinging back and forth so much all the fucking time. So shoot the hands once again until they are spurting blood like nothing else. Doesn't really care though, because it just keeps transforming. And, well, it just got uglier. Doesn't have any hands to work with besides one loose finger, but that doesn't matter because now you have to shoot its face. Ignore everything else. It's best that you take care of this creature as quickly as possible because it is a very dangerous creature, I'll give it that. And I know you're probably wondering, why are you still using invincibility? I thought you're using that only for the level. Yes. But this still counts as part of the level. Once this cutscene happens, well, that's it. The boss is done for. But you don't get to kill this boss. It just goes away. All while in the background, that salami is slapping all over the place for some reason. But yeah. That's it. So now, all that matters to us is to get the last Primagen key. And do you remember where that is? Yes, you remember where that is. It's back in there. But the best part about it, it's all the way at the end. So, get to work. Alright, have you made it this far? I hope you did, and I hope you're not too hurt. Now we have to cross this chasm. And let me tell you something, we are already under fire. So, I hope you like all the Viet Cong flashbacks that you might get. Shit! Alright, you got the key, now get the fuck out of here. It doesn't matter if you shoot the soldiers or not, we don't care. Run! Flee! Alright, well, we're safe now, for the most part. But here's the problem, we're still in a fucking hive. So now that you have a key, it is your duty to get the fuck out of this place. See you in the hub. Alright, we finally made it. Before you continue, it is imperative that you make a save file. Because at this point, it is a point of no return. Once you plop that last key in there, which for the record, you do have, if your inventory looks like this, that is that. There will be no backtracking for you, so make sure you did everything that you can before you step inside. But in case you have, like me, well, you know what to do. Put it down, and let us begin the face-off with Primagen himself. He's been hiding for long enough. For that matter, why the fuck do we have a hub world above his hideout? Seriously, isn't that dangerous? Oh, and that's him over there. He's a pretty ugly bastard. He's pretty tall too. And pompastic.
I think you'll find I'm well prepared.
well, I think you'll find that we are well prepared too. This is it. This is the last battle, and it's more or less a war of attrition, because first of all, he's not going to go after you, he's gonna let a bunch of weird shit fall down on you. First some bombs, and then he's gonna send some goons at you. In fact, you see those door looking things next to his cockpit, let's call it like that? Well, they are doors. And they happen to let out drones. They're very annoying, so make sure you destroy them. But once he gets pissed off and slams his control panel like a crazy bastard, he's gonna come out to deal with you personally. So that brings up the question of what the hell am I supposed to shoot? You're supposed to shoot the little antenna things on his back. However, when he does that thing with the weird sound, that sounds like things are growing back on him, shoot his face or something. Just shoot him. Because if you're constantly shooting him, it'll prevent him from regenerating his health. And you don't want him to regenerate his health because he's an asshole. If he regenerates it, well, that's just gonna make the fight considerably longer. Hitting him in the face at least once, it seems, is good enough to prevent the regeneration process from being successful. At this point, however, you're wondering, wow, that was it? No, don't be silly. He's gonna do another regeneration process, but this one cannot be prevented. He will do that at least 2 more times, I think, if not just 1 more time. But every time he does that, he will fly back to the cockpit and the process begins anew. Avoid the bombs, destroy the drones. He will also try to talk shit at you during the fight, but it's as good of a guess as any what the hell he's saying. His voice is... well, it is a very good voice for an alien, I'll give it that, but it's impossible to understand him. The arena will constantly be resupplied with useful goodies, health and ammo, all kinds of crap. But now he is back with a vengeance, and this time around you gotta hit him in a completely different body part. The big claw. Yay, you hit his big claw. But wait, he's still regenerating! He's got a smaller claw on that side. He's got a lot of things on him. And now he's got the Psy Wave. That's dangerous. Try to avoid getting hit by it. It's fairly easy to dodge it. This is where you might realize, you know, this weapon isn't really working. Let's switch up. And you should do that because you do have all of these different weapons to use. So make fucking use of them. I think you'll find that the Firestorm Cannon is perfect for keeping him busy and not allowing him to regenerate health. And as you can see, the fucking drones are getting all over me. Get off! Health and ammo pickups will be dropped pretty much everywhere, so make sure you look around carefully when you're in a dire need of them to find what you're looking for. I could really use some health. Unfortunately, I don't see any health pickups. Wait, I see one. Hey, where did... never mind. That was weird. Why did it disappear just to reappear? Was it refreshing it? Maybe it's a coding... ah! Maybe it's... well, maybe it was deliberate. From Primagen Enterprises. Any more health? I could use more health. More health? Ah! Damn! Those bombs can hurt. Those bombs can hurt. Why does he resort to such a simple thing though? I suppose it is effective. Like the guys from Hawks would say, it's crude, but very effective. Speaking of which, we should record that game sometime soon. It's pretty fun. But I think this is it. I think this is it. You'll know that this is it if you shoot him in the head and he starts losing health. Which he is. So this is it. Oh! No! You bitch! Why'd you do that?
9 lives remaining.
Oh, that's such a dickish maneuver. Now I know why it was so fucking annoying the last few times. He doesn't just push you around, he tries to push you off the arena. That's not all he does. Because now he's gonna start flying all over the place shooting fireballs at you. He's got an arsenal of moves. So make sure that you dodge everything that he throws at you. Literally and figuratively. And keep firing at him. For fuck's sake, don't let up. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where is he? There he is. Son of a bitch, come down here. I think you're so tough up there. He's never been up in the air for so long for me. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Get down already. It's not gonna end well for you, you know that. I'm just gonna start getting better at leading the shots, and you will die. He is losing health. He can still be hit like this. He can still die like this. I can still kill him. And I got him. So that's why we needed those energy totems. Look at that, not even a speck left out of that bug. Hot damn.
The Primagen has been destroyed, Turok. The combined energy from the totems has shattered his body and destroyed the last traces of his telepathic powers. The Omniverse is in your debt. I have been unable to identify the force which conspired against you during your battle with the Primagen. Its form eluded me. While I searched, a feeling of dread washed over me. A feeling unlike any that I have ever experienced. There is a natural balance in the cosmos between that which we define as good and that which we know as evil. Light and dark, order and chaos. Although I have been unable to gain any specific knowledge of this being, its energy signature feels as if it exists beyond either fundamental force. And one other thing, Joshua. Each time I scanned this entity's signature, I also detected the energies of the Turok lineage as well. Whatever it is, your ancestors have dealt with it before.
Well, ain't that some shit? But there you have it, folks. That was Turok 2, the PC version, naturally. Huh, what a journey that was. Of course, it would have been much more spectacular if you could have done it without the cheats, but like I've said a million times by now, this is not a challenge run. This is just a run to show how to beat the game. We can do a challenge run with no cheats and maybe even hard mode on later. I just wanted to do a thing where I show how to get all the things done right. That's all. But despite all that, I'd still say this was quite a game to play and get back to. It was something special, alright. First it lures you in with Port of Idea. Oh, so simple. You'll feel right at home, despite somewhat archaic controls. Unless you change them like I did. Then you get to level too. And well, okay, it's getting a bit interesting. The new enemies sort of gets a bit challenging. We can still get things done, but not quite. And then level 3, oh, something's happening. Look at those giant monkeys. Then the lair of the blind ones comes in, and well, what the fuck is going on in here? I can't. How did I miss that? How was I supposed to know that that waterfall actually had a climbable peg on it? Then you get to the hive and you're like, fuck! What did I do to deserve this? And once you get to Primagen's lightship, well, it gets a bit easier in terms of all the discovering shit, all the objectives and whatnot, all the puzzles. But the enemies, oh, they will rip your ass to shreds. And all in all, I would say it manages to balance it all out pretty nicely, despite it being pretty damn difficult. I was playing on normal mode all this time, so you can imagine what hard mode is all about. They add more enemies who hit harder. Hard mode is something special, which I think we'll get to eventually, but not today, and not in a week, not even in a month, because for that I'd need to prepare. But throughout this journey we had not just the challenge of our brawn, but also of our brain, to make sure that you discover all of the things that you're supposed to discover, get all of the powers, beat all of the objectives, just basically do what they're supposed to do to finish the game. It was something special, alright? It was something special indeed. And I still think this game holds up as a shooter and as a Metroidvania just fine. It's very good. It is well made, and what the fuck was that? Well, like I said, it still is a great game. But that was the credits, and that's about it for them. I think you can re-access all of the levels now if you so desire, which I will make use of for when we are covering other things that are worth attention, but those will be in a separate video. This time around we're going to say goodbye, because this is it. The game is over. There's nothing more to see. And I liked it. I liked everything about it. Sure, there could have been some things done better, like for instance the textures in certain levels, like Lair of the Blind Ones and the Hive of the Mantids could have been a lot better to be able to navigate them a lot easier. Maybe some enemies could have been a little easier too, especially in the Primagen's lightship, because they hit like trucks on steroids. But then again, I think that if these adjustments were to be made, it would take away the challenge that this game has to offer, and would just make things a little too easy. Perhaps it wouldn't be even that fun. Also, the Oblivion gates, they provided a very nice challenge of their own. Even though they were mostly optional, we never had to go there in the first place. If we just knew where they are at all times, we could have ignored them just fine, because the only thing that they're good for is to get the nuke, which once again is not required. It's just an optional weapon. It is a nice weapon, yeah, but again, we don't need it. We can just ignore it. We don't even get to use it that much because it's, well, not very useful. I don't know. It's very hard to say what we haven't seen already that there is still left to mention, besides some extra stuff. All I can really say about this game is that it still holds up very nicely, and I'm glad that I've been able to beat it again. First time I beat it when I was practicing. Now I beat it for the channel. And the next time I beat it, it's gonna be done legit. It's gonna be hard mode and not a single cheat in sight. Maybe. We'll think about it, but I'm pretty sure that we won't have to resort to ammo, lives and all that stuff. Maybe the only thing we'll use is infinite lives, but that's about it, cause getting across lives in this game is pretty difficult, and considering that enemies are very hard, once you get to the later levels, like the hive or the light ship, yeah, I think we want to have some lives so that we wouldn't have to get a game over screen for no good reason and be forced to redo everything, because that would be just annoying. But we'll get the details sorted out later. Right now it doesn't matter. What matters is that he completed this game and then that he can finally say the end. If you haven't tried this game out, I suggest you do. It's pretty good, and it works perfectly fine on your Windows 7 machine. Just make sure to look out for the version that also includes the music fix, because the music tends to vanish after a while or just not work at all. It also, I think, is a patched version that does not contain the notorious invisible enemies bug. In fact, it is the version that I'm using right now. It has the music fix and everything. And the few bugs that we did run into, they were very minor, almost benign, if anything. But yeah, that's it for Turok 2. I'm Walder Richards from DaGameTrain. Thanks for watching, and that's about it. There will be an extra video eventually. But until that happens, I don't really know what else we're gonna tackle. I guess we could visit Earth 2150, the Lost Souls, because that's pretty much the only thing I got left that I want to check out before I get into the more interesting things that I had planned. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, that actually hurts. Now you know. Later.